Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the round of 8 of the Dominate Dominion tournament number 3. I am Gandair. Casting with me is
Phrank.
And this game is going to be point defense versus skill level Asian. On the top of the screen, we got point defense, Sauron playing with that Harbinger Kassadin skin, MagiMelkor playing Dragonblade Talon, FDru playing as Enchained Alistar, ZaberZ Cottontail Teemo, Nekrogen Giant Enemy Crabgot. Frank, who do we got on the bottom side?
Bottom side is skill level Asian Lieutenant Pancakes, which is one of my favorite names of all time. On that Dragon Slayer Vayne, you've got Pantheon, being played by Uncle Muffles, Jax by ELROYJACKSON, Chip to Dip, very cute, very friendly name, rocking out the New Year's Eve Kog'Maw, and then we've got plain old Amumu, being played by ePJustice, and my lord, those revives.
Yep, those revives. I'm more looking at Dare Kassadin. Kassadin not banned in a tournament game. Sauron actually gets to play him. This is gonna be a game to watch. I'm so excited. Wish we just had a separate camera we could just leave on Sauron the whole game. Have a little picture-in-picture. Be pretty cool.
I am thoroughly attracted to Pantheon's quads right now.
You know
Absolutely impressive.
You can't I can't argue with those at all. I'm physically unable to.
If he was Captain Falcon in Smash Brothers, I feel like his knee would do more damage than Captain Falcon's knee.
You know,
because those quads are huge.
You remember in Street Fighter how you have to beat up the car afterward?
Yep.
Pantheon would be the best at that.
He would just ult on it.
Yeah, he would ult right down onto it. He would knee the engine so hard the transmission would just fly out.
Yep.
Through the back of the car, mind you. Load into
he
the
could
game
squeeze
right
the doors
now.
between his pecs.
Yes.
Excellent.
I just tried to click to move because I'm used to actually playing this game. That was kind of embarrassing, but that didn't happen on camera. So. On the left side of the screen, we have point defense. Who's on the right?
Skill level Asian, and if they are lining up the directions that they're going to go, we were wrong with that Kog'Maw choice, and it's looking like Vayne will go bottom. One thing I'm noticing here is the Heart of Gold right off the bat for Amumu, so maybe these guys are looking to drag it out. I don't know, but it seems kind of like a weird item to me when he could go for something that would give him significantly more HP, just flat HP, like that Giant's Belt. He could get an extra 170 extra HP, or sorry, 180 extra HP from that, but not opting to go for that. So,
Kassadin's got the 2 crystals. Looks like he might be going for a catalyst really quick. That Heart of Gold might just be an item for him.
Yeah, and actually, we did see that you can pick up the catalyst right off the bat, but from the rise that we saw last game. But I think this might be a better option here. Boots of Speed, Sapphire Crystal, Ruby Crystal, and those potions. You're going to get that movement speed. It's going to get you up to that lane a lot quicker. And we're going to see exactly if he's going to be able to be effective with this. Now, Teemo just charging down the lane. Super, super fast. Bobbing his head, just rocking out here, guys. Let me just follow him along there. And then Kog'Maw and Talon are going to be the characters to stay behind here. Talon, I think, opting to be a little bit more aggressive with his stance here. Small thing to note, he is going to be on the top of that, catching that a little bit slower, but he will get to that top lane just, I think, a half a second faster.
Yeah, that immediate initiation onto Kassadin. Kassadin trying to burst him down extremely quickly, but I think they might have overcommitted just a tad to doing so, taking a lot of damage from ZaberZ there. MagiMelkor being put down very, very quickly. Got the flash out from Alistar, looking to get away there. Pantheon chasing, got the stun, goes off, and getting kicked away by Alistar, but kicked right into the path that they were retreating from. Sauron with that revive coming right back up into the fight. Got the slow down on Jax. Jax counterattack, not quite the best thing to do against a caster like Kassadin. Chip to Dip now, in the middle of it all, getting jumped on by Talon, getting raked, and they're going to move right on away from him. The explosion going to be not really of any consequence. And up at the top, we've got the point secured for skill level Asian, but at the same time, we have point defense. Looks like they're going to make a move on that tower.
Yeah, and we have seen the revives come up from these guys, so Sauron up at full health, Talon up at full health as well. He didn't really do much damage, but nice silence there from Kassadin, making sure to get onto that Jax. But speaking of Jax, he will go down here. Poison taking away, Talon's going to take him out. And then Amumu looks like he's going pretty low here, but Talon doing the right thing, starting to cap that point, making sure that the tower's not going to do much damage. Sauron moving in there, but Kog'Maw in the background, great damage there. Going on to that Teemo, who will get picked up, and then Sauron's going to get that tower capped to half of its capturing, but Pantheon now coming in kind of in a factory line style here. I always talk about that in my commentaries, just one at a time there, and now Pantheon's going to make sure that those minions cannot cap that point, as Sauron is going to get jumped on here with pretty low HP, but Teemo in the background, those revives really coming into play early in this game.
Yes, they are, and Sauron gonna fall there. ZaberZ, it's up to him to keep this tower neutral for the melee lead. Down at the bottom end of the map, Urgot has pushed Vayne up against that tower. And, yep, there we go. We got ELROYJACKSON jumping onto ZaberZ. ZaberZ trying to kite him back to that mushroom, wants to get him right over that, but Amumu with the banish toss over the fence. ZaberZ is gonna get taken out.
Yeah, and that is a lot of damage coming out there. 2 shrooms now being popped onto Jax. 450 to 478, the Nexus HPs, so still the advantage here, but down a bottom lane. Sorry for missing that one, guys, but Urgot will peel off the Vayne as he pushes her so far back, getting that point captured to just neutral, and then turning it around so that he was able to pick up that kill. Now he has that point, and Kog'Maw versus Urgot, this is going to be very, very problematic for the Kog'Maw, especially considering Urgot has that point, and Urgot really wants that health relic. And with Jax coming in here, I don't know how well he's going to do. Up at top lane, there still is quite a bit of contention here, but Sauron now moving in, trying to stop the Alistar from pushing in, or sorry, to stop Jax from taking out the Alistar.
Rip walks right in on that. You got the a lot of CC going off on that. We got Pantheon jumping down in here now, and Sauron going to duck out around the corner, pick up that health relic, and they're just trying to keep that point neutral, because a neutral point is still going to help you in the game. You don't actually have to capture point. Look at Rift walking right through there, coming dangerously close to the laser. MagiMelkor with stealth. It's going to go off, and Vayne dying down bottom again. And we got Pantheon getting killed. ELROYJACKSON trying to live for as long as he can. He's going to get MagiMelkor. No, he is not. And point defense may be able to secure that point. We got Kog'Maw coming right back to life, moving straight over there to try and defend that. He's going to force Sauron off of it right away there. And Nekrogen moving up. Looks like he's going to try and contribute to this. They want to keep it neutral. They don't want them to be able to get it. Up top, ZaberZ trying to secure the windmill while this is all going on. Both teams spread out kind of all over the map right now. Chip to Dip getting taken out by Nekrogen there. But now with, he's going to get his position reversal there, interrupted. And Nekrogen's going to get burst down by Jax. Looks like they are going to defend that point.
And you can see there a lot of damage coming out from Jax already. He's pretty well doubling the damage output that Pantheon has right now, though they are on the same team. It's definitely something to note here, and it looks like in the brush is Kassadin, Teemo, and Talon. They're going to jump onto these guys. Where's the silence coming out there? There's a jump forward. The Rake, the ultimate. Talon doing so much damage there, helping to pick up that kill for Kassadin. Now Teemo's going to pick one up as well. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Vayne and Amumu are heading down to this bottom lane. The quests have been activated, and Urgot, oh no, missing that Noxus charge.
Probably get neutral by the minion. Yes, it does.
That is going to be problematic here, but with Alistar in the fray here, they might be able to defend this.
If Alistar can keep him off it, no, he's going to jump in there. He's going to get the airborne off on them. We got the Amumu ultimate going down. ZaberZ joining into the fight, and with the added firepower of Teemo, they are going to get taken out. And that is going to be saved over just a little bit down the street from that. We have Pantheon Jax. Pantheon Jax, a very good combo when we're working together. You got the exhaust going down on Jax right there. But he's going to try and focus MagiMelkor, not quite going to be able to do it. Uncle Muffin's taking a lot of damage, and damage from those two champs seem to be spread out a lot there, and they were not able to secure any kills before dying themselves.
And meanwhile, though, top lane, and this is kind of important here, the quest point will go down, which is the windmill, and Kog'Maw just kind of backdooring that one. He's definitely going to be able to pick up that quest, so a nice job there. It's going to be a kind of a little bit of a boost to his team, but the points are still here in the advantage of Doint Defense, who I refuse to call by their actual name because of what they signed up for in the tournament. Kog'Maw now heading back to defend this. Meanwhile, Amumu trying to duke it out here with the Kassadin. Kassadin going very low on mana, and like we mentioned at the beginning of this one, he does have the Tear of the Goddess as well as the Catalyst, and Amumu almost catching him there. That super quick recall on Dominion, just allowing him to get out of there just in the nick of time.
Garrison going down on that bottom point there from FDru. ELROYJACKSON jumping in onto him with that leap strike, and it's going to force him to go pick up that health relic there. He's staying hidden out of sight, kind of wants to bait them into going and attacking that point there. Chip Dip getting caught in the middle there between point defense's team. Triple kill for attacking there.
And he's just really working this really well. He's staying in the background, just juking in and out of those brushes in between his teammates, where Teemo, I think, could be focused down very well as well. but he knows that he's the point of attention right now, and just working away that kiting just so beautifully. And now Sauron trying to get, Uncle Muffles trying to jump onto Sauron here, but not going to be able to do it here down at bottom lane, though. It looks like Vayne might get picked off. And actually, I want to see the items here. You've got Teemo rocking the Haunting Guise, and Vayne actually moving in with a lot of attack speed of her own here, as well as those Prospector's items. So great moves there. Down at bottom lane here, though, it looks like Alistar with the Ignite on him, taking a lot of true damage in the midst of his ultimate. True damage still does full damage. Is he going to pick up the Kog'Maw? No, he's not. Kog'Maw going down super, super low there, but Alistar will get picked off in the process and shuts down the Alistar here. So nice job there as Jax now furiously defending this point. Not going to happen, though.
Comes down to try and make something of it. We got MagiMelkor there trying to capture that point. It only takes one person to capture. Always got to keep that in mind. You just need one person not to be able to take it down. And Kog'Maw picking a fight there. You got that Exhaust. Just like I said earlier, Exhaust really inhibiting the potential that an AD AS champ has in this game.
Yeah, definitely. And now points being captured all over the place here. It looks like they're kind of trading as Pantheon now to going down to the bottom left here, taking that point, and the Boneyard being taken here by Joint Defense. So great job there, and now Alistar will pick up the Pantheon. Alistar does a really great job at this. Meanwhile, Amumu, though, ePJustice walking across the field here, trying to pick up this point. He's going to push down the minion wave first, but that's going to give Sauron enough time to move in here and defend that point. So I don't think that's necessarily the best call, but again, Joint Defense, 3 points to 2, and that Nexus HP going down extremely low as 150 health the advantage now for Joint Defense, and Kog'Maw missing those ultimates here as Teemo moves in, try to do as much damage to this Vayne as possible. And Kog'Maw's Acathian Surprise just not doing enough work.
You notice the point defense largely ignoring the windmill. That's because they don't really need it in the position that they're in right now. They have 3 points. There's no reason for them to try and extend up to that direction if they don't have to when they're sitting securely where they're at right now.
Yeah, and Sauron now jumping onto ePJustice, who does actually have a Randuin's as well as Null Magic Mantle and Mercury Tread, so a lot of resistances there. In we go, though, with this bottom lane fight here. Urgot does have that lock on onto the Vayne, so she is going to fall here to Urgot. Meanwhile, Alistar using that ultimate in a really great position there. Great pop-up as well, and Urgot will pick up another kill. Great job, double kill, turning things around here, and is he going to pick it up? No, shut down for the Urgot. I think getting a little bit too ballsy there. He could have ran away, I think, but either way, they're going to pick up a really great exchange. Now they're the team here, Joint Defense, are going to go back.
Yep, up the top end of the map, just getting taken out by Sauron and ZaberZ. They're going to be able to take that top point back, and as before, but they didn't need it. Now that they've sort of lost control over that bottom point, they're going to get the neutral. They got the Pantheon ult coming down. ZaberZ not quite getting out there. A lot of damage getting put off on him, but the damage, oh my gosh, getting destroyed almost immediately. Not quite able to pick up the ZaberZ kill there, despite the fact that he ultimated right in onto him.
I think he did actually pop a shroom, like, right where he landed. I think Teemo played that one pretty well. Not sure exactly what happened there. I did see something go off. I'm pretty sure it was a shroom, but alas, he does go down there, so that top point will go to Joint Defense. And meanwhile, Urgot down here is pounding away, just dealing the damage with that Talon and the Alistar for the CC, and just actually Alistar putting out quite a bit of damage himself. Frozen Heart and a lot of resistance here, so we were talking about that Frozen Heart on random different champions, and it will go on to the Alistar right now, which I think is a great call, especially when you're talking about Vayne here, and a lot of, like you mentioned before here, Gandair, just a lot of attack speed champions, but I think this exchange here in the top right at the drill is going to go in the favor, oh no, I thought it was going to go in the favor of Joint Defense, but they will not, as Kog'Maw steps into the fray. Lots of action happening here, and Vayne also going down as well.
Joint Defense still in a very good position in this game, 378 Nexus health to 130 and ticking down for skill level Asian, but they're definitely having to be active about it. They're not able to just kind of sit down and roll this one.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Alistar just doing work here down at that bottom lane, picks up the Vayne and is trying to defend this. Could he actually defend against the Pantheon here? And a Kog'Maw pounding away on him. Oh my lord, he will help to pick up that kill. Meanwhile, Teemo taking out the Jax. Man, oh man, there is just crazy action happening all over the place, and the minions trolling this Kog'Maw, just making sure that it's going to take him that extra second to pick up that bottom right boneyard.
ZaberZ getting in a position in the jungle here. Looks like he's just going to wait for the enemy team to come by. That's something you see a lot, is people just kind of just ducking down the bushes And when the enemy team starts to come through, they keep one person out in the vision and kind of try and bait people in a really bad position. ePJustice, though, not taking that bait, walking down the street instead. Looks like Uncle Muffles is going to get caught there and get taken out almost immediately. Got a position reversal, putting ELROYJACKSON right into harm's way, and he's going to get absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, and the debuffs that were on that Jax there that entire time were absolutely silly. Almost taking up the full bar there. So the exhaust, the switch from Urgot, all the poisons, all that crazy stuff, the slows, just ridiculous. But now the point that's being contested is the drill, and Teemo and Alistar are going to try to defend that bottom lane against Vayne. I definitely think they're going to be able to do it. Pantheon's going to jump in here as well, as Kog'Maw will go down to that Kassadin, who is just doing so much damage. Jumping onto ePJustice here, but no, he will get picked off, as now ePJustice running around trying to get something done. Pantheon really working down this team, but Urgot doing a little bit more work than they can really handle right now. So throwing out those Qs, and he's going to pick up that kill. So a great exchange there, all the while having the Alistar down bottom lane.
Now pushing Nekrogen away from that point. Looks like he's going to be successful in doing so. We had ZaberZ and Alistar down there at the bottom lane. Now we got ELROYJACKSON having to deal with Sauron, but it's not quite a fight you want to pick. Sauron is very, very good at kiting with that Kassadin there. And we got the leap strike in on him. They're just exchanging blows. You see that Kassadin here's got a frozen heart, got an Odin's, you know, has a lot of hit points. He is very good against AD champs, much like Jax. Not quite a good engagement. You see him with the Rift Walk in, trying to get Uncle Muffles, and with the exhaust going down on him, he's going to be able to auto-attack and finish the rest of his health. FDru now, with coming up into this fight at the bottom point and forcing them all the way back to their tower. Do not stand in that, FDru! Okay, good, don't stand in that. This is not the kind of eye surge that you want on this particular day.
And they will, it looks like the end of the game is very quickly approaching here. 17 HP now on that Nexus versus 355. So whoever was predicting that Doinked Perfence was going to run away with this one with over 400 HP left on the Nexus, it's not looking like that's going to be the case here, as Urgot, well, you mentioned earlier, he's a really strong bottom laner, and it's looking like he's just a really strong champion in this game in general, as he was doing work in those team fights as well. Now bottom lane, a lot of action happening. Pantheon also up at that top lane, trying to defend against this Urgot, who cannot capture that point. Who's going to win this fight? It doesn't matter, because the Nexus will explode.
Which anyone can tell me, when did those Nexuses spawn? I'm not quite sure. The